It's another fine day here in Bangkok, and I am just on my way to Benchakitti Park, which is the large park behind Lumpini Park in the city. And just on the way walking there, I couldn't help but observe the old school, you'll see a little bit right there behind me, the old school Thai style housing mixed in with, behind us, the city skyline and the skyscrapers. It's a contrast that is something to really see and really behold, take hold of. When you see these old school homes in these communities that are just now being taken over by the skyscrapers, it's quite amazing to see how it's still all integrated in together. Have a look here, you've got a Buddhist temple, or a wat, and on the right, if I just move forward a little bit, we've got a mosque. So the diversity is certainly there, right in the city. As I said, it's near Lumpini Park. If you know on a map where Lumpini Park is, you'll understand how close into the city we still are. We're walking on this green, as you can see, this big green path. This path is quite long. It's going to take us to Benchakitti Park, and it's raised up off the ground, so you're not walking on street level. So from Lumpini Park, turn left, walk up and over the road bridge, cross the road, and then come straight up onto this. Now, exactly how long this is and how far it goes, it will take us to Benchakitti, but I don't know the measurements or the length of the actual park. But you'll see over here, see the big speakers there. So these speakers are everywhere. There's another one there. They're all dotted all over the place in communities. Typically, they're not. I'm not seeing them right in Bangkok inner, in the main areas where all the high rises are. Oh, I haven't seen any. I'm not sure exactly. But what they do is they public address system, and at 6 p.m. in Thailand, they play the national anthem. You may have heard me speak about this before. So 6 p.m. the national anthem is played. Everyone, unless you're driving, if you're in the street you hear it, if you're in a shopping centre, if you're at the railway station, government buildings, it will play the national anthem. Everyone will stand, and for as long as that national anthem goes, they'll stand still, and they'll either sing their national anthem or they'll just stand in silence. Inspiring. I like it. I like it a lot. Back home in Australia, we used to, at school, in assembly in the morning, we would stand in the assembly hall and sing the national anthem. And there'd be a photograph of Queen Elizabeth II at the front of the assembly hall. So I guess it was our respects to the country. It showed patriotism, but I'm not sure that it even happens anymore. I don't even think a lot of the kids even know the words to the national anthem, which is, it's a shame if you don't even know the words to your own country's anthem. But times have changed, and I guess the respect and patriotism in certain countries just doesn't exist. But we'll move right along. As you can see, there's these houses, this old school. I say old school because they are old. These old school houses are just lined right through from Lumpini to Benchakitti Park. It's interesting, I'm just looking, there's a little squirrel. You won't, unfortunately he's already gone under the power lines and up to the power pole. there's a little squirrel. He's hurtling along the power line there. His tail's going all over the joint, trying to keep him balanced. They're amazing little things. They're spotted around all over the place. You'll see squirrels, a bit like in Australia you'll see possums and things. Here there's no possums, there's squirrels. And they also keep them as pets. As you know from Chatuchak, the weekend market, they sell the damn things over there, and they sell little monkeys, and they sell those other little tiny things. They look like a cross between a monkey and a squirrel. I don't even know what they're called. I asked somebody that was there, what are they called, but they didn't know the name. They weren't sure what the actual name was. But here we are. This is a, if I buzz through here, we'll just have a little look. Right, look at that. So we've got 8 lanes, no, 7, sorry. 4 in, 3 out. To the city. Part of the city anyway. The city's so big that it's, you know, there's highways, freeways, overpasses, motorways, you name it, they're everywhere here. I can just get up through here. That's looking back towards Lumpini Park and looking back towards where I'm staying in the Silom area, Surawongzi Road. I know I pronounce it incorrectly. It's not Surawongzi, it's pronounced a little bit different. But we're not here to worry about how I pronounce the Thai roads. It's all good in the hood here. Don't know what we've got going on out here. Some treatment plant. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there. This is Benchakitti Park in here, and we're going to enter in here now. There's a security guard on the front to get in. It's a very prestigious park with a difference. We're on a skywalk here, so we've just entered in. It has a time as well. It was time from in the morning to late at evening when it opens and closes. So the gates, they'll lock the gates. I think you can still get in here, but there's other gates all around. There'll be a main gate. This seems to be sort of a subsidiary gate off the side. So as you can see, this skywalk, that's what they name it. And if I spin around here and go down a little bit like this, you'll see some skyscrapers in the back. Mate, they're everywhere. The skyscraper is everywhere, all over the city, east, west, north, south, they're everywhere. I've never been to Benchakitti Park. I've seen a lot of videos and done a little bit of research on it, but from the videos, it gets a very high rating. There's a Canadian fellow on YouTube that lives here with his wife, and he highly recommends Benchakitti Park. He loves it. I've seen a few other people also that do come in here and do some videos. So I'll spin you around here just briefly, and as you can see, like, we're up on the raised skywalk, and down here you've got the lower level of walking and cars over here. So you can see a main gate down there on the street level. So I'm just going to take the walk through. It's going to take a while for me to get right through this whole park. I've got a bit of information here on Benchakitti and Lumpini parks. So it says Benchakitti and Lumpini share numerous similarities and significant variances. Benchakitti Park, for example, is a forest park where the ecosystems are designed to flourish with little resilience on human intervention, and where living creatures contribute as natural caregivers. While Lumpini Park relies pretty much on human management, the different ecological settings may also be observed by the different species that live in the two parks. Now, isn't that a great idea for a city as big as Bangkok to have a system so huge, I mean, the park's so huge with that system running in it where it runs itself. It doesn't need the caretaker to come in and water the plants and maintain the tree and whatnot. It's basically left as natural as it can be. I would assume hence the skywalk. I mean, yeah, you can see there's a lower, the lower decks or the lower areas over here, a bit of a viewing platform, but typically it's a skywalk. Benchakitti Park was opened in 1992. It's a 72 hectare or a 180 acre park. That's a pretty big park, big parcel of land in a city. It closes at 9 p.m. So as we've seen, or as I seen when I walked in through those gates, it closes in the night time. So 9 p.m. and this park officially closes to the public. I know that it has there's little restaurants and cafes and things in here. We've got a lot of ground to cover, 180 acres. I don't even know, I definitely won't be able to get through all of it. I'll do the bits that I can see of interest. But it also has accommodation, so you can stay in here, book a room or book a cabin. I've seen that in videos as well. Looks quite interesting to do for a night. Maybe I'll do that sometime when I do come back to Bangkok. Maybe I'll do a complete overnight review in Benchakitti Park, in case you're interested. A little bit of a backstory, history on Benchakitti Park. So, whilst it was constructed and built in 1992, it was officially opened in 2004. The land was owned by the Tobacco Authority of Thailand. And before that, it had been in operation since 1992, the year the Queen turned 60. So the name Benjakitti was given by Queen Sirikit during the opening. So from royalty, from the Queen, that's how it got its name, Benchakitti. Benchakitti or Benjakitti with a J. But you'll see all around, I'm not sure if I'm high enough up on this skywalk, all the way around, if we can see the skyline, are skyscrapers everywhere. So I'm spinning, I'm just doing a bit of a complete 360. There are skyscrapers everywhere, right in the middle. It's beautiful. It's really nice. It's peaceful. There's not too many people at the moment, not right in this part that I'm in anyway. We're not in the guts of it yet. We're not in the section where the cafes and accommodation are. We're just coming off the road or off that green path on the outskirts of it, and I am heading towards that main section. But it's just beautiful. Got the lotus, a lot of lotus down there. Some of it was in flower. It's about starting to flower as well. Birds chirping away. There's one of the big roads that cut right through Benchakitti Park from the outside. I was nearly going to say the outside world. Kind of feels like that. And there it is there. And up ahead you've got the main street. That's that freeway, motorway type thing. It's very hot. I know, I keep saying it's hot. Of course it's hot, Lee, of course it's hot. You're in Thailand, you're in Bangkok. I know, but today, I don't know if you can even see it, but I'm literally dripping with sweat off my face. The humidity today from that rain we had yesterday, that big rainstorm, had lightning crashing around and everything. I was right in the city. And what's left of the water around, it's just steamy. You probably can't see it, but it's really hot. Now I'm heading towards the museum. There's a museum in here, got about 450 metres or so to get to that. I'll have a little peek through there, see what that's all about. There's a security guard riding through the park to make sure everything's under control. They kind of look like police, some of the security here. They're very security conscious. But I think it's in a good way. With a city of there's so many people living in it, I guess you need something going on security wise. We'll just keep chugging along here, get to this museum about 400 metres away, probably try and find a drink. You know what I'm hanging for today? I'm really hanging for one of them iced Thai milk teas that I had. That giant one I was carrying for 25 baht. I don't think there'll be 25 baht in here if they've got any in here. But man, I'm stinging for one of those. You know when you get that a taste for something and it's so good and you think, man, that's just the bomb. Well, that's what that bloody Thai milk tea was like. The bomb. I think when I go back home, I'm going to buy some of this stuff so you can make it up. I've got a fridge with an ice thingy in it. A few tourists there. There's not too many. Not too busy yet in this section. But like I said, we haven't hit the main part yet. There we go again. Bit of a sneak peek of what's around. I'll do the complete 360. There you go. That's looking back in towards the main part of the city, that direction. Towards where I'm staying, the Salom sort of area. The Mahanakon building, that jiggity one, that's back in there. It's behind these buildings, back in a little bit further. Go around, we'll buzz around here. Looks like we've got, in front of us here, we've got 4, they look relatively new, those. They'll be apartments. 4 giant apartment towers. So there's no shortage of apartments in this city, I can tell you. So what do you think so far? What are your thoughts on Benchakitti Park? Would you love a park like this in your capital city? I certainly would. It takes up a lot of land. You don't have to have one quite so big. I'm about 140 metres away from the museum. So we're getting there. We're getting to the guts of this operation. 95 metres. Here we go. So I don't mind this skywalk. This is good. Actually, you're up away from all the plants. You can do the walk down if you want. You'll see down there, as I showed you before, got all the paths, and in sections you've got little raised platforms you can go up on, probably just to get a better view, take some selfies, you know, all that sort of stuff. But it's overall a nice park. Another recommendation by Lee, Mr. Donator. Come in here. If you're going to have a look around Lumpini, check out those water monitors. Jump on across to Benchakitti Park as well. It's not much, they're basically next door to each other. Oh, kind of. If you're going to walk, it'll take, I think it took me about 10 minutes to walk from Lumpini to here. Bring a bottle of water, bring a drink, bring something. I didn't. It's always the bloody way. You start walking, you need that. I didn't think about it. Oh shit, it's locked. How do I get in here? Hang on. I've got a sign here. It says no can do. So now I need to get down off the skywalk. So what's this? Is this the, is this the museum or what? Oh, okay, what I can see, looking at the beams and that, maybe this was an old building, a part of the old tobacco authority buildings. So I can see a bit of machinery and stuff over there as well. So maybe this is it, but you can't get through there. I'm not climbing stuff. There's a few workers around here as well. I'll go back down a little bit around here and down the stairs. Probably they should just change the signage up here or put a sticker or something over it that says that this part of the skywalk is closed off, no access. But nonetheless, never mind, we'll keep pushing on. Still very quiet in here. It's Monday. Maybe the weekend gets pretty busy, but so far it's very quiet and it's very peaceful. I'm not sure if it's picking anything up on the mics. Sound, you can hear a little bit from the motorway across that way, back there. I can hear just, you can hear there's a lot of cars going on, you can just hear a little bit. But in here, all I can really hear are the birds and my footsteps and me talking. But other than that, it's just peaceful. It's so quiet. Very quiet. Tranquil. Isn't that a lovely word? Tranquil. Tranquility. I like that word. Do you? All right, so I kind of worked out what's happening. So that building where I just tried to go through, remember just behind me here on the skywalk, and it said no entry. So there's all signs along there that say no entry. They're doing some work in there. So I just think they don't want the public walking through while they're working. So it's probably a temporary closure, but it's not too far of a detour to get to the museum. I'm coming along this road. As you can see, this road I'm walking on here. I swing a right, and apparently the museum's somewhere up here. I don't know whether the museum's going to be worth it, like going in. We'll see. We'll see, is it a paid museum or is it just a free one for showing you about Benchakitti and its history and past? I'm interested to find where the accommodation is. I've walked the width of the whole park along that skyway, come into the other area, like the other corner where the entry is. I haven't seen any accommodation. Actually, I haven't seen any cafes or anything. I'm not thinking of a different park, am I? I don't think so. Or am I? Hang on. I better be checking that out again. I'm sure it was this park though. I'm sure it was. Hang on. I'm sweating so much I need to find something. Where's this bloody museum? Crikey, maybe it's shut. So there's a big building behind me. That's that building that we sort of had a bit of a look through with the camera. I don't know, it says no entry. So maybe the whole thing's just being done up, renovated or something. I know I'm making some assumptions, but I can't think of any other reason. Oh, here, announcement. The Bangkok City Model Room will be temporarily closed to renovate on March 9th, 2024. Will reopen in June 2024 and apologise for the inconvenience. Well, see? Oh shit. Professor Lee was right again. What did I say? They're probably renovating. I was right. But what about the cafes and all of that jazz? Where's that? Maybe I need to go along this road and back the other way a little bit. sort of more into the middle part. I don't know. There's a squirrel in front of me. He's climbing up the tree. It's a bugger, you won't see him. Oh, there's a few in here actually. There's one on the ground in front of me. Oh, yeah, there's a couple around here. They're sneaky little buggers. This one's hopping around. They sort of hop, run. Very cute. What do you reckon about squirrels? I don't mind them, I think they're cute. Maybe they're a pest in Thailand. They probably piss people off. A bit like our possums back home. You know, they get into your roof and bugger everything up. They chew on wiring and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, bloody sweat's dripping off me. I don't even know what part I'm in now. Where is this? Have a look at this. Look at the little boats again over there. Maybe those, like the ones in Lumpini. You can hire them. They were free in Lumpini. I said I was going to jump on one. I haven't jumped on one yet. Maybe the Savo I might. Just depends. I'll see how I go. Got to get through Lumpini yet, and then I'll probably head back into the city, like right into the city centre area. I still don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. As I was saying, it's the last day / night in not only in Bangkok but in Thailand proper. I'm just about done. It's a bit sad. It's a bit saddening. Get a little bit emotional when you think about leaving something that you really love. I love Thailand. It's beautiful. If you've never been before, come. Do come here. I think you'll love it. You've got all the different aspects from Phuket to Bangkok to Chiang Mai in the north. Chiang Mai is my favourite that I've ever been to in Thailand. I haven't been everywhere, and there's provinces all over that are probably beautiful, amazing, and I just haven't been to them. I haven't been to Pattaya yet, ever. That's got mixed reviews. Some people love it. They love the party life. They love the seedy life. They love all of the, there's beach and everything. Some people hate it. Some people absolutely loathe that type of thing. I probably wouldn't mind it, a little bit of upbeat, but I wouldn't want to be there for ever and a day. I prefer the north. As you know from my other videos, my Chiang Mai videos, just how calm and peaceful not only are the people, but the whole surrounding of Chiang Mai. The mountains, Doi Suthep, Doi Inthanon, which I didn't go to. It's a little bit out, Doi Inthanon, and it's the tallest mountain in Thailand. Doi Inthanon, outside of Chiang Mai. You go by car or get on a tour or something like that. And that takes about, from memory, about an hour and a half, I think, from the city, the old city area in Chiang Mai. But bouncing back to Benchakitti, and it's more about Benjakitti, this video. I think come and have a look. It's not busy, or at least it's not busy today. As you can see, look at this. All right, look, all around me. There's a couple of workers. There's a couple of tourists here. Probably a couple of locals, because they can walk and not have to worry about traffic. But overall, it is nice. Very nice. There's a little shrine up here, a Buddha for the Buddhist. You can come in and pray. There's a fellow there now praying. I'll spin you around, you can have a little look. There's a couple there actually praying. See in there? Yeah, there you go. So they're dotted around the city too. The Buddha, where people can pray and give their offering. Well, I buggered that bit up, and I'm not going to cut it out because it shows I'm a real person. I buggered the bit up about the accommodation and the cafes and those little restaurants. It's not here, it's another location. And I'm going to get you the location in just a second. But that's why I can't find these cafes and accommodation points. This is just a park. It's like a oversized Lumpini, but it has a totally different ecosystem. It's not, I'm sorry, it's not the cafe slash restaurant slash accommodation park that I thought it was. I'm going to get that information and have a little bit of a chat about that quickly. But either way, come here anyway, because it is beautiful. Now, I'm right on the edge. There's a lake that runs on one side of it. To be honest, I don't know whether we're in the north or I think this could be the east actually. I think we're looking east towards Suvarnabhumi airport, kind of, in a roundabout fashion. There's a big lake here, if I can pull that up behind me, see that? Big lake, there it is, all the way along the eastern perimeter. I'm going to say eastern because I think that's what it is, the eastern perimeter, and you've got all those skyscrapers in the background. So if I'll spin you around, have a little bit of a look. There it is, look at that, Bougainvillea, the lake, and all those high rises. So the contrast is quite amazing. Honestly, you're in a park like this that's so beautiful, relaxed, calm. Now we're not in that middle section, you can start to hear traffic again because you can see the separation now is there's no trees, so you've got no trees to block sound, and you've got a bustling city here, ambulance or whatever it was, police or something, and all the traffic over there. I don't know what's over that side. I've never been over there. I can see a lot of, Radisson Hotel, whatever that is, not Intercontinental, something or other. Another one over there, Sheraton. So you've got all different big name hotels up here. I can see, the Hilton. There's the Hilton over there. Best Western, Sofotels, all of that. Now I've just seen terminal, what number? Would it be 21? Am I that far up yet? Because there's Terminal 21 Shopping Centre. And I know there's a couple of them. I did just see the big sign hanging off a building, but now it's, maybe I've gone too far. I'm going to go over and have a look, I think, because I do want to grab some sort of iced Thai milk tea. Man, I'm stinging. I've got to get out of here, only because it's very hot in here. There's bodies of water everywhere, and with that rain we had, man, I know I blabbered on about it, but I'm so hot. I'm not hot actually, I'm not that hot. I'm sweating like crazy. The worst I've sweated since coming to Thailand. But I'll wrap up very shortly the Benchakitti Park video. We don't want this one going for an hour. You don't want to see Benchakitti Park for 1 hour. There was a sign back there also said, beware, water monitor. Same thing, I guess, as Lumpini Park, with all this water around and these natural ponds and little mini type lakes. They're in here as well. I haven't seen any. That doesn't mean there's none in here. It's another thing just to be cautious of those things. What else can I say? Bikes. So if you like to hire bikes, you can hire a bike. I can see a hire bike over here. Some of the sections you can ride in here, some you cannot. Typically the ground walkways you can ride on, unless it specifically shows no bicycles. The skywalk, from what I could see, all of them were showing no bicycles. They don't want you riding up on the skywalk. It's more dedicated to people walking with their feet, and rightly so. But you can hire the bicycle, or if you've already got one, you can come in here with a bicycle. Just remember, it has opening hours. Opens up pretty early in the morning. It closes at 9 p.m. So I imagine if you're here at around 9 p.m, I would assume with all the security officers, and they may have public address systems, I can't see, but there would be something or some way that they'd be telling you to vacate the park, or you will be locked in for the night. I shouldn't say that. There might be, you know, sometimes you've got those gates where you can get one way in or one way out, but they won't spin the other way, like they're a one direction type thing. So if you're in somewhere you can get out, but you can't get in from the outside. They may have a couple of those here. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think you're going to get locked in here either way. There's a lot of staff in here and a lot of security officers. They're buzzing around on bikes themselves, so come 9 p.m. they'd be starting to usher you out. So a little wrap up on this. If I'm correct with my easterly direction, I think this is the east where the lake is. There's a walkway right along the front of that lake. The high-rise over there, shopping centres. In the middle, you go through your skywalk. It's not just a skywalk that takes you from A to B. There's little offshoots of that everywhere. So you're walking along, as I was. There might be a left, chuck a left, or there's some ramps and they'll take you down to that lower level, down on ground level, if you want to get down with the If you want to get down with nature, you can do that. So you're not restricted to just the walkway or the skywalk up above. So what do you think? Write in the comments what you think of this park. From what I've showed you, bits and pieces I've told you, a little bit of an overview. Would you come here if you were in Bangkok? Would it be something that you did during one of your days? You won't need a full day here. I've done I think you can do a full walkthrough just casually in probably an hour to 2 hours, but 2 hours is probably stretching it a bit. Definitely an hour. Hasn't taken me an hour so far. But yeah, what do you think? I think you'd pull it up in about 1 hour or so. You don't have to go down every path, go on every direction of the skywalk. You get a pretty good idea of what it's all about. You can chill out in here for as long as you want up until cut-off point. Probably bring something to eat because I can't see any food or cafes in here, despite what I mentioned earlier. Oh, before I leave you, we need to talk about that location that I was rambling on about when I said there's cafes and restaurants and accommodation. So let's have a little look at where that actually is and what that's all about. It's called Green Lung, and it's a 16-kilometre square area. I'm not too far from where it actually is, but I won't be heading there today. It's such a vast area of land in there. It's advised to hire a bike. You can hire bikes really cheaply, a bicycle, and go in, ride along all the paths. They're wooden, timber, like the skywalk, but timber and not as high up. So it's mangrove, all mangroves in there, and It's a big area, 16 square kilometres. As it said, I just checked, did a bit of a fact check on it. Restaurants, cafes, homesteads, accommodations, you name it, it's all in there. Floating market. If you want to go, if you want to see a floating market, I haven't seen a floating market this time around, and I won't get a chance to with the 6-night stay that I've had here in Bangkok. It's been pretty busy, been buzzing around all over the joint, day and night, checking out the sights, the markets, the night markets, or Chinatown, shopping centres. Oh, it's been full on. But this is it. This is Benchakitti Park, not the Green Lung. So it's commonly known as the Green Lung. It does have a Thai name. I won't be, like I said, I won't be able to get there this time around. But next time, I'll definitely go over and catch the longtail boat across. I said the best and easiest and cheapest way is to grab a longtail boat, buzz across, get off, hire a bike, and do what you're going to do. Ride around, go to a cafe, have some food, book some accommodation if you want to stay the night or longer over there. It's a pretty big area. It's not just like a little park. Sorry for the misunderstanding. I had the idea right, and I knew of exactly what it was that I was talking about. It's just that it wasn't here. For some reason I thought it was here, but I was wrong. I was wrong this time. But anyway, reporting live from Benchakitti Park in Bangkok. This is Lee. I hope you liked it. I hope you've seen something that you thought was interesting, or something that you might want to come and have a look at when you come to Bangkok. Please do. It is quite nice. Come along, enjoy the tranquility, isn't it? That's the word of the day. Tranquil, or tranquility even sounds better. But come along. Do come along. Do come along. This won't be the only video of today. I'll punch out a couple of videos today, or at least I'll create a couple of videos. It's easy to go to a lot of different places in one day, and of course when you go to those places you need to video it. It's not like I'll be going back again tomorrow. So that's it for now. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and have a safe day, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Under Bangkok skies, bright lights burning high. In Benchakitti Park, we chase dreams in the dark. City's heartbeat loud, amid the bustling crowd. Neon signs glowing bright, we laugh through the night. We're dancing in the park, underneath the stars. In Benchakitti's heart, we'll never be apart. Water shimmering blue, reflected in our view. A tranquil piece of earth, where love has its rebirth. We're dancing in the park, underneath the stars. In Benchakitti's heart, we'll never be apart. All the shimmer in the blue, reflected in our view. A tranquil piece of earth, where love has its rebirth. We're dancing in the park, underneath the stars. Underneath the stars. In Benchakitti's heart, Benchakitti's heart, we'll never be apart. in this urban tree. We make memories sweet.